What's up? It's Icy, and today's a sad time for rap music because we just lost Mac Miller at the age of 26 to a suspected overdose. This is just awful, as he was way too young and now joins a terribly long list of rappers who've passed away this year. I wasn't sure if I was going to make a video on this, but then I got a phone notification for a story that was titled, Ariana Grande's rapper X, Mac Miller, dies from apparent drug overdose. Honestly, I was disgusted. How are you going to write a story about a successful rapper who just tragically died, but the first two words of the title are going to be the name of his ex-girlfriend? Is that really what Mac Miller is going to be remembered for? That he dated a successful pop star for a few years of his life? Sadly, that's how most news outlets are going to paint out Mac Miller, because Ariana's name will bring in the most clicks or views. So Mac's true legacy and his true impact on music is going to be largely ignored. But commercially, sonically, and through his honesty in his music, Mac has made a lasting impact on the rap game, and on music as a whole. Something that I think a lot of people forget or don't realize about Mac Miller is that he actually has done extremely well in the department of album sales or downloads throughout his career. He has 3 of the most downloaded mixtapes of all time on the mixtape downloading site DatPiff. Macadelic, Best Day Ever, and Kids all have been downloaded on DatPiff over 1 million times. And although it doesn't count as sales because the downloads are free, an album that gets 1 million album sales would be a platinum record. Plus, his debut album, Blue Slide Park, went number 1 in the country and sold 140,000 copies first week. And he had a single go platinum with the song Donald Trump. All this success was achieved in just a 3-year window between 2010 and 2012. All the while his music was getting critically panned, as Blue Slide Park got a 1 out of 10 by Pitchfork, and Mac was dubbed the leader of the emerging genre of frat rap. But that's shortchanging Mac, because the term frat rap makes me think of some talentless guy rapping about college parties, like Asher Roth. But while partying definitely played a large part in Mac's early music, I would say it was more like stoner rap. And Mac didn't just rap about drugs to seem cool or be trendy, like what people are doing in music now. To me, Mac's subject matter in his raps seemed more matter of fact, like this is what he's doing, so he's rapping about it. He wasn't really glorifying it, it was just him being him. And although the subject matter wasn't particularly substantive, his music had some amazing, easygoing, and catchy instrumentals. Listen to his song Senior Skip Day if you want an example of this. Mac had an underrated ear for instrumentals, and his own production is something he never got nearly enough credit for, as Mac actually produced under the false name Larry Fisherman, and had placements with Vince Staples, SZA, Lil B, and he produced some of his own music. Mac was an actual talented musician, and you could really hear the progress in his music as he got older. As although Blue Slide Park was hated by critics, his last 3 albums were very well received, and all really good in their own right. His third most recent album, Good AM, still had Mac rapping about substance abuse, but it produced probably my favorite 2 Mac Miller songs of all time, In 1,000 Grandkids and Weekend. His next album, The Divine Feminine, was written about Ariana Grande, and was soulful and funky. And I know this is a weird thing to say, but through the music you can feel and understand the intense love and happiness he was feeling at the time, which is not an easy thing to do in music. And finally, his recent album, Swimming, which is ironically about how he's doing okay despite everything that's been going on, with his breakup from Ariana, the DUI that happened after the breakup, and Ariana's extremely quick engagement to Pete Davidson. The album is low-key and really jazzy, and if you were to tell someone that the same artist who made the song Donald Trump would go on to make an album like Swimming, you would think that person was joking, because as John Mayer said in his tribute to Mac, he made a quantum leap in his music, as it was evident that Mac worked really hard to improve as an artist and make substantive music that was also really enjoyable to listen to. Another extremely impressive aspect of Mac's career is that he helped pave the way for a whole new demographic of rappers, as Mac looked like and was a white stoner from the burbs, which is not exactly your typical hip-hop artist. Mac Miller, whether you like it or not, paved the way for suburban-looking white guys to get into the rap game. And while this has led to some really corny people getting extremely popular, like Macklemore, you can also look at some really good currently upcoming artists who are heavily inspired by Mac, like Kai and Healy, who are 2 incredibly talented rappers, singers, and just all-around musicians. Although Mac Miller's gone too soon, his impact and influences on hip-hop will long outlive him, as he opened the door for a whole crop of new artists to enter the rap game. Mac will be remembered as an artist who always rapped honestly about whatever was happening in his life. He will be remembered as an artist who truly cared about his craft and worked on improving his music with every release. Mac Miller, rest easy, man, knowing that you had a huge impact on all of your fans and on music as a whole. Rest in peace, and may you live on forever through your music.
Kids, cheer. I'm just high where they hating on me. People tend to think all the drinks on me. I don't even have the money to spend.